logging in from. This is Jason Crawford with PartnerFirst. I want to welcome you to this webinar in regard to understanding the PartnerFirst lead management system. Now, for those of you that are already receiving or have received listing opportunities from PartnerFirst, this will be a review for you. There may be some items that you may or may not have missed during the initial phases of the launch of the lead management system. If you have not yet received a lead from PartnerFirst, this is a great preparatory call to get you squared up, to kind of familiarize yourself with how the leads are distributed, how you will be receiving them, and most importantly, what to do once you receive them, because there is a scoring system associated with it. We're also going to talk about the distribution process, as that's a question that is frequently asked of, well, how will I know when I have a particular lead? So with that said, I want to do a quick audio sound check, and I do see a couple people who are regulars here. Roger, thank you very much, saying, yes, I can hear you, sounds loud and clear. But in the toolbar on the right-hand side, if you can just type in, yes, I can hear you, sounds good, loud and clear, we will go ahead and get started. And I am getting a couple of responses here, so thank you very much. Due to the nature of this call, the volume of members on the network that are on the call, I won't be fielding questions during this call. A large majority of any questions or concerns you might have are answered on this call, and I'll also point you to a resource training tutorial video at the conclusion of the call in the event there was anything that was actually missed. So let's talk briefly about what will be covered in today's webinar. And quite frankly, what we're going to cover is understanding the PartnerFirst lead management system. Now, this is the backbone for managing our listing opportunities in the PartnerFirst Agent Network. You'll be able to find out the nuts and bolts and how it works of receiving listing opportunities, completing a task, and most importantly, working with your agent relations coordinator, also known as the ARCs here at PartnerFirst, in helping to work with the mortgage servicers and lender servicers, your partner in working with these listing opportunities. I know this is a big question of concern and something that's sitting at the front of everybody's mind. If you're one of those that have not received a listing opportunity from PartnerFirst yet, is where are the leads? That will not be covered in this call. We're talking about the leads management system. Those topics will be covered in an update of the outreach initiatives in a separate updated call scheduled, which will be scheduled for next week, and we will notify everybody. So I just kind of want to set the tone for what we're going to talk about today. All right, with that said, let's go ahead and dive in. The lead management system is the primary tool for communication between the PartnerFirst agent, you guys, and the PartnerFirst agent relations coordinators, also known as our ARCs. In the PartnerFirst members area, it's referred to as the lead manager, and I have some screenshots that I'm going to show you guys here shortly and how to kind of work through this process. Now, the LMS, or lead management system, enables you to, one, find your listing opportunities when they've been sent to you, 2, accept listing opportunities. 3, it allows you to record and complete all your tasks associated with those particular listing opportunities, and most importantly, allows you to communicate with your ARC. So let's talk a little bit about the benefits of using the PartnerFirst LMS. This is our own proprietary software that was developed in-house. It is the key communication tool between you, your ARC, and the chain of command with the mortgage servicer. The agent management services, we will provide all of our servicing clients with an agent management services platform. For example, ServiceLink, AMS, Promise Solutions, Moscadillas, all the mortgage servicers, component servicers, and lenders that we work with have access to this as well. Now, the LMS enables us to assure them that our agent network is highly trained, certified, and well managed. Essentially, it's our communication piece. The second item is the short sale scorecard. All the tasks that are assigned to agents on the network will be individually graded, and a cumulative score will be given at the close of escrow. This, quite frankly, enables us to determine how we can help improve our systems here on our end, as well as close more sales for everybody involved. So, you know, our motivation is simple. If we don't succeed, if you don't succeed, we don't succeed. We need to work together as one team with effective communication. And that brings me to my next point, which is one voice. You and your ARC should function as a team. Using the LMS as your official communication log for all tasks, it allows you to provide through notes on your activities. The better your notes, the better our basis for providing accurate agent scoring. Will also help with the escalation if it becomes necessary, and with that, many other items that come up during the short sale process. We know, we understand it is a confusing and complicating process dealing with the homeowners on one end and the mortgage servicers on the other and the component servicers. So your ARC is your voice and your friend in the transaction. Not to say that everything, every minor bump or challenge can be escalated through them. You need to kind of view this more or less as your communication partner in the overall process. Now, with that said, here's a quick disclaimer. Some of our servicing clients will require you to upload information on their short sale software. We know each of the mortgage servicers some of them are using different software. A lot of you are familiar with the software platforms that are out there, but they may require you to upload your information on their short sale software, which will be a duplication of efforts of what you've already entered on the PartnerFirst LMS. We know this is inconvenient, but having this information in our own software with the ARCs who are communicating with you and the mortgage servicers helps you and the ARCs represent the transaction much more effectively. So with that general housekeeping, let me go ahead and switch screen views here, so bear with me. And you should now be seeing a different screen view that is talking about using the lead manager. And I'm going to go ahead and take a quick peek to make sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Absolutely, we look good. Okay, so let's talk about using the lead manager, finding and accepting a lead. And I realize it's a little bit small, but I'm going to go ahead and read through it and walk you through the process. These are actual screenshots from the PartnerFirst members area and the overall control panel on how to access the lead manager. So let's talk about finding and accepting a lead. You're going to log on to the members area, and for those of you that don't know, it's the address is there. It's http://members.partnerfirst.org. At the top in the blue control bar, you're going to see an item highlighted here in yellow that says Lead Manager. Click on the Lead Manager button in the control panel at the top of the page, or you can also access it from the right side here. It's also highlighted in yellow. Okay. You're going to go ahead and enter the tracking number associated with the lead that was sent to you via email. So I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to go backtrack just a little bit, and I want to show you guys the emails that are actually being sent out. Here's the first email that goes out, and I won't read the whole thing to you and bore you to tears, but essentially it says, Dear PartnerFirst agent, you have a short sale listing opportunity within one of the zip code coverage areas listed on your profile, and kind of goes through the process and explains what I'm going to explain next about how to accept the lead. But important note in this email, you'll see that there's a tracking number. With this particular email, there's a tracking number of 4492. Let me just go back for a second. I'm going to switch over back to the screen view. All right, there we go. So you're going to go ahead and enter the tracking number associated with the lead that was sent to you via email. You're going to enter the tracking number once again just to confirm it. You're going to enter the appropriate servicer down here in the Choose Servicer field, and then you're going to go ahead and click Find Lead. It's the box down here highlighted in the yellow. If the lead has not been taken, you may accept it by saying Accept the Lead, simply clicking the button here. I will explain the process of what that means if a lead has already been taken or hasn't been taken. There's a lot of confusion. I talk to numerous agents per day, and they say, oh, great, it's just like the BPO process. Email goes out, autoresponder receives it, and constitutes acceptance. No, that's not the case. In fact, let me just explain the process right now. An email does go out to 3 to 5 agents in a particular zip code. That is required by the mortgage servicers. It needs to be that way to be fair and equitable to all agents in the particular area to avoid any steering or directing to one particular agent. So the system will auto-generate and pull from 3 to 5 agents in a particular servicing area. It will shoot them an email, the email I just showed you, letting you know that you have a listing opportunity available to you in one of the particular zip codes that you are servicing. You log in and you put in the tracking number as we just discussed, and you click Accept Lead. Now, upon accepting the lead, you'll be directed to My Leads page, which lists all the leads that you have accepted so far. And I'm scrolling down. You should be able to see there where it says, congratulations, lead tracking with number 5456 has been assigned to you. We will contact you shortly with more information. Let me elaborate more on my next point of if the lead has already been accepted, you will see this message. The lead has already been accepted. If you entered the incorrect tracking number, you will see the message, the tracking number is incorrect. So back to my scenario of a lead being sent out or listing opportunity being sent out via email to 3 to 5 agents in a particular zip code. And let's say agent A accepts the particular lead and B, C, D, E, and F agent in that particular area did not make it in time or didn't receive the lead. This creates a little bit of frustration for those that are involved. It basically says, oh, well, I'm out showing property. I'm not sitting on my computer. I don't have assistants responding to this. I don't have autoresponders, so just forget it. I don't stand a chance. That's not the case with our particular situation in our system here. Once an agent receives a listing opportunity and constitutes their acceptance and begins working that listing opportunity, they are then moved to the back of the line, and the other agents in that particular zip code receive equal opportunity to receive the next available leads. So if you kind of say if the person runs to the front of the line and gets that particular lead or the listing opportunity, they then go to the end of the line in that particular zip code so that the other agents in the particular area that they're servicing have a fair and equitable chance to receive listing opportunities. So hopefully this makes sense to you all, but it allows us to generate 3 to 5 agents and provide a listing opportunity to them to avoid any steering or directing, but it also allows and prevents one particular agent with having an autoresponder or somebody that's quick on the draw of monopolizing and dominating a particular area. So it allows a fair chance for all agents involved in the particular area. All right, moving forward, we just talked about accepting a lead, and if a lead has already been accepted, an error message that you will see. The next step is once you accept a message, accept a listing opportunity, you're going to go ahead and view your lead details. And this process is fairly simple. Number one, you're going to click on My Leads in the red navigation bar in the Lead Manager. So remember, you've clicked on the Lead Manager from the blue toolbar. Now you're internally, and this is what you're going to see. You have the opportunity to find a new lead, My Leads, History, and My Toolbox. And we'll talk about the History and My Toolbox in a second. But just for now, let's talk about My Leads. Click on the View Details button on the My Leads page to view certain details related to that particular lead. And you see the View Details right here. It's also highlighted in yellow down here. Once you click on the View Details, you're going to see the lead details. And I realize it is a little bit small, but I'll just go ahead and read it to you. It gives the tracking number, the zip code, the preferred language that the homeowner prefers, as well as the servicer, the outreach provider, as well as the time created and when it was accepted. So it's creating a timestamp, a log, a continuation, a follow-up. Importantly down here is the information for your PartnerFirst ARC. In this particular case, we have ARC Eric Wang, and his email address is here in the event that you have questions associated with this particular lead. And that's the details of the lead. That way, if you have questions, comments, concerns, or any challenges moving forward associated with that particular lead, you know who your ARC is and who to reach out to. Now, each of the leads that are assigned or the listing opportunities that are assigned to you, once you accept that listing opportunity, there's going to be a series of tasks that start coming your way. You will receive emails assigning tasks for you to complete. These will also be displayed in the Viewed Task page. To accept a task, click View Task in the My Leads page for the appropriate lead. Let me slow down, as that was a mouthful, and kind of explain what that means. So once you accept a lead, you're going to start getting tasks of, hey, did you meet with the homeowner? What was the result? Did you list the property? What was the result? What was the price that was listed at? Let's see an MLS printout. All the details associated with the usual and customary process of running a real estate transaction. You are going to see tasks sent to you via email, but you will also see tasks in your lead manager portion of the members area. So it's a good idea to spend a fair amount of time, at least a couple times a day, once you're working leads, to take a peek into the lead manager and see if you have any tasks associated with it. All right, so you're going to log in, and to accept a task, you're going to click View Task. It's highlighted in yellow right here, right next to your tracking number, the zip code, and the particular day that you accepted that particular lead. Once you click on View Task, you're going to read the information related to the task and click Accept Task over here on the right. So for example, this particular activity says service link to contact agent to provide short sale program overview, blah, blah, blah. Just explains the initial process of getting started, getting established communication with your negotiator, and what you need to do to upload contact information and various things along those lines. Quite frankly, you just click Accept Task. Once you accept the task, you are going to return to the My Leads page and click the View Edit Form. View Edit Form is on the right-hand side right next to View Task. Once you click on that, you're going to be directed to the Property Profile Form, which itemizes tasks you must complete at different stages of the short sale process. Let me stop there. You will be directed to the Property Profile Form, which itemizes tasks that you need to complete at different stages of the short sale process. So remember prior I mentioned all these tasks are going to be sent via email, and you can click on the View Task. Well, here's where you start filling out the information and start chunking these tasks out one by one. You'll be notified by email regarding your task and the order in which to complete them. So don't worry, you look at this overall sheet, it looks a little bit overwhelming. It's not. It's just a lot of property information, property details, and standard tasks that go along with the usual real estate transaction. Usually tasks that most of you already have in your agent checklist and items you do as part of your listing process. You're going to find the specific task that you're performing per your email notification. You're going to fill in all the required information and upload the required documents in the event there are required documents, and then you're going to move to the next step. So what do we look at here? I'm going to expand this just a little bit more because you guys are probably straining your eyes. Here, that helps. So we have the property profile form. We have the lead information. We have the servicer contact agent results. So here's your first task, servicer contact agent results. What was the result? The lead was successfully placed. Oh, I got the wrong zip code. Whatever the case may be. It was too far away. I declined it. I didn't accept it, whatever the case. And you just click Save and Submit. Moving down, you have the property and homeowner information. So here's, I probably should expand it a little bit more. You have all the property and homeowner information associated with the property. You fill that information out, click Save and Submit. All right. Once you have a listing appointment, you're going to have the results. So the listing appointment was set by, here's the date that it was set, here's where my appointment is. In the rare event that a property has already been listed, you would input the information to check the box that the property was already listed. This sort of information is vital to us in our communication and working directly with the mortgage servicers and the component servicers. For example, if we send you a listing opportunity, you go out on the listing opportunity and the property is already listed, or the homeowner says, I'm in a loan modification. That should not have occurred. The leads should have been scrubbed appropriately prior to you receiving them. So by you filling out this information, this allows us to go back to the mortgage servicer, component servicer, and say, hey, here's the situation. It was already listed, or they said they were in a loan modification. This allows us to increase and keep communication flowing from all aspects. Here's the listing appointment results. Here's the list date. We set the list price at what we set it at. What's the MLS number, so on and so forth. So this is all pretty straightforward information for you guys that you are certainly familiar with in the overall process. Talk about buyer pre-qualification, opening title insurance on the particular property, loan officer, if there is one involved, what their contact information is. And then we start getting into negotiated and accepted offers. This is kind of where the rubber meets the road. Once your general information has been completed, you're moving in the right direction, the property has been listed, you get an offer on the property. Well, when did we accept the offer? What's the buyer's information? Who's the buyer's agent? What's their contact information? What's all the financing information and everything associated with that? So I realize that's a lot, and I'm going to give you some resources at the conclusion of this call that will make it a lot easier. But once you're completed with that, you can return to the My Leads page and click the View Task for the appropriate lead and complete the task by clicking Mark Task Complete. Once you do that, you can go back and change or edit your field notes or documents as needed at any point in time. And I'll show you guys what that looks like here in a second. There we go. Scrolling down, it says Task for Lead Tracking Number. So we just went through that whole property profile information and task list. And we went through, filled out the information, and once we did all that, we're going to go ahead and click here where it says Mark Task Complete, and that has been completed. One final piece is viewing the lead history. And you can view the status. I'm going to reduce this a little bit more because we're not looking at much of a screenshot. View lead history. You can view the status of leads that you have worked. This is accomplished by click History in the red navigation at the bar at the top of the Lead Manager menu. And here you can view information about the leads. Now, let's say you took a particular lead and that lead is active. You're accepting offers. You're moving forward. Well, that particular property is going to show active. In the event that you need to put the property on hold, or the transaction was canceled, or hopefully in best case the transaction was successfully closed, just like going in and updating your MLS, you'll go in and click in the history and you will change it from active to closed. And I did say the last slide was the final one, but this is actually the final one. It's the Lead Manager Toolbox. This page contains resources for each of the servicers that you work with. Some of them have different training requirements. For example, ServiceLink has their short sale ethics and a couple other courses associated with it. This toolbox has the training courses that the particular mortgage servicers and component servicers that you have chosen, what they have, what questions, comments, concerns, or additional training they want you to complete. This is accessed by clicking on My Toolbox in the top Lead Manager menu. Choose the toolbox associated with a particular servicer by clicking its icon. In the demonstration here, we only have one toolbox, and that's the blue one from ServiceLink. As the requirements from the other component servicers come on board and they start inputting their requirements, tools and resources and training materials, those will be placed in their particular toolbox as well. And here you can download any documents and view training webinars associated with the PartnerFirst Lead Initiative. All right, guys, with that said, this concludes the Servicer Basic portion of this particular guide or training. If you have any technical questions about the PartnerFirst Lead Management System, you can email us at leadmanager@partnerfirst.org. Again, that's leadmanager@partnerfirst.org. One more thing, or a couple quick items before I let you guys go. And I want to show you, excuse me, I was fumbling through the website here. You should be seeing the PartnerFirst members area home. I'm back on the actual live site. Everything I talked about can be found here in the Lead Manager by clicking on the Lead Manager. That's the section where you will accept leads, go through your process of associated tasks and completing those tasks. But if anything in this particular training, if I went too fast, if it was unclear, if you missed a certain section, or you say, you know what, I wish I could just pause Jason, stop him for a second there and ask him a particular question, right next to the Lead Manager is a section that says Website Navigation Help. So before emailing leadmanager@partnerfirst.org, or if you have any general questions about the Lead Manager system, by clicking on Website Navigation Help, you'll see a Lead Management System Training Guide. This is essentially the webinar that we just completed, and this was about an 8-minute video that's a little more detailed. It slows down. You can pause, start, stop at any point in time. So if you missed anything during the call, you can access it here, and that is found under the Website Navigation Help. All right, guys, this concludes the webinar. I want to thank you for your time. If you do have questions, please feel free to email us or give us a call, but watch that video first. I hope you found this informative as well as useful. The PartnerFirst Lead Management System is your voice. It's the ARC's voice. It is the communication that you, the agent, have with us in working with a mortgage servicer in successfully closing these listing opportunities. As mentioned prior, if you're one of the agents who have already began receiving leads from PartnerFirst, congratulations. You should be very familiar with the lead management system. Stay close to the fire. Keep your eye on it because we are updating it and changing it on a regular basis to make it more efficient and streamlined. If you are one of the agents that have not yet received listing opportunities from PartnerFirst, hang in there. The initiative is expanding. The results that we're seeing from the areas that have been affected certainly is promising and is looking to expand it at a fairly rapid pace. One final note. Stay close to your emails. We do have another email that is not on the training calendar coming out here probably towards the end of next week. And this is going to be yet another exciting announcement with our CEO, Mark Comer. We're going to be talking about the initiative, where it's been, and most importantly, where it's going. But we're also going to be talking about additional lender servicers and mortgage servicers who are coming on board and working with the top-down, lender-driven short sale model. So it certainly is an exciting time here at PartnerFirst. We thank everybody for your support, and we look forward to growing this short sale business network and helping homeowners one step at a time. I thank you for your time. On behalf of PartnerFirst, this is Jason Crawford signing off. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.